one shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding it like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Q-Bone stallion with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. And take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up a little louder, turn it up a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we move the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up a little louder, turn it up a little louder, turn it up.
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the bass. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant clown.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Mahomes finding his burner, Hardman, for the KC first. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quick.
Touchdown! Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. He's got it at the 2. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And Hallen Sink was the quarterback in his center on that play. They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from it. And he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now a play fake. Rodgers steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. That time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
26.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On play action, Rodgers.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become...
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the two-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a first down carry by Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the 4th down conversion sets them up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On first down, Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mahomes going to throw. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 44 yards. Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much and you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. At CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And the next-gen stats, CD, it shows as he covered better than 20 yards after the initial contact was made. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got him.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Fielded right around the 8. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's not.
Yeah, quit that shit, nigga. I just screamed off the top, put it on the road, on the turf, on the love,